The Rural Ambassador program has been running for over 20 years nationally, and it celebrates the next generation of leaders in agricultural industries, in rural and regional communities, and in the vibrant show movement across 600 shows in Australia. We're going to catch up with some of the wonderful people that have benefited from this program.
I think it's the self-belief. It's the people that want to mentor you and then help you become the best you can be. And then also it's the connections you make with other people that are, I guess you want to say like-minded, but like very similar and just kind, and like I brought my baby to the show this year for the first time, and all these people that are just meeting him, they're taking him off, and but it's so lovely and it feels so safe. So I think that's probably one of the best benefits, is just you meet many lovely people, and you get to develop yourself in a way where it then benefits your business, but also then the way you can help the show movement.
In the last year or so, while all of this whirlwind of fun has been happening with being National Rural Ambassador, I actually applied for Rural Achiever in New South Wales back in 2019. So we're at the start of 2023. It's been a wild ride, throw in some COVID and some wonderful opportunities getting to step up into the national space. And yeah, when I reflect upon the time that it's been, and when I'm looking forward to the next few months before Carl and I hand over, it's been a really incredible experience.
I've been fortunate enough to head over to Perth, Brisbane and Sydney Royals, and met some absolutely lovely people along the way. Ones that I've touched base with throughout the year, and especially when times have become difficult with other things that go on in life. They're a good sounding board, and they've also given you the belief in yourself that if you do feel like you're not in the right situation, to then know that you've got it in yourself and you can go and tackle whatever you want to tackle in life. So it's been really reassuring, and also they bring you back to earth when you need to be. So like obviously you get on a bit of a high with winning the award and whatnot, but they definitely can make you feel very grounded and keep you on the right track.
So the highlights of the program would definitely have been the National RA competition and week that we had in Sydney at Sydney Royal in 2022. We had people come from all over Australia to participate, and we got to host them here in Sydney for our 200th show, which was really special. So we had a berry agronomist from Tasmania and a chemist from Western Australia participating, but everyone had a really mutual, huge love for shows and the ag show movement, and it was just wonderful and beautiful to get to welcome them here and talk about all of those fantastic things that make their show special and what makes them tick and why they're involved in the movement.
There's two types of people I think are a fantastic candidate for rural ambassadors. There's people that are extremely shy and that need the development along the way, and it is the most development course and thing I've ever done. And the person that I was beforehand to the person I am now is tenfold different. But then there's also the ones that are a bit more confident, they want to be leaders in the community, they want to be involved in community events, and then they also want to develop themselves going forward. So there's two different ways to look at it, and I think the program really is attractive to both, and you'll get as much as you want to get out of it.
I think anyone who's got a passion for shows, whether it's at their local country show, right the way through to something as huge as Sydney Royal, where we are here today, I think no matter what people's passion is, or even if they want to know a little bit more. So for example, I hadn't participated in shows for quite a while since high school, until I then got back involved in the movement applying for Rural Achiever in New South Wales. So that for me was a way that I got to circle back and come back to the show movement, and it's meant now that I'm, as you can see, super involved again and looking forward to what that looks like for me throughout the rest of my life, really. Yeah, the alumni thing is super special about the program, because no matter where you are, no matter which royal show you turn up at throughout the year, there'll be people that have been through the program and know what the program is and know how special it is that young people put up their hand to take part and participate, and then they use the skills that they gain as part of the program to give back to the show movement. So For example, getting to participate in the Queensland Rural Ambassador Awards and be a judge up at the ASA last year, that was a highlight for me, getting to see particularly the legacy of that program, and for that state how much that then those people and participants give back to the show movement in Queensland.
I actually hadn't had any involvement with my local show back in 2018, 2018 I think it was, and then I went to the show for the first time in probably about 8 years because they asked me to be the Royal Ambassador, and then it was once I then won association level, which I think was more so about what I was prepared to do rather than what I had done, which was probably a bit against the trend. And then from there I was able to really build, and once I went to Adelaide I understood what the show was about, and it was about bringing joy and connecting with people and just making people feel welcome, whether you're from a sporting background or from a country background or a city background or agriculture, whatever it is. If you have the similar interests and you're open to discussing and being nurtured, then they will accept you and they'll drive you. And from there, I've then gone on to become president of my local show, start up 2 different competitions, and then also an educational thing at my local show. So that's really where my heart's been, is really driving the effort at the local Youth Under show, second Sunday in November every year. So make sure you come on down. Which we've been lovely. Like, I've had a fantastic committee that's just supported me the entire way along, and I just want to be able to now do that for more people coming in. And we've been fortunate enough, we've been able to find a couple more young people that are interested, and they've just jumped on, and I think that's credit to the people that there before I even came along.
So if you're between the ages of 20 and 30, you love rural and regional Australia, you're involved with agriculture or perhaps your local show, we'd love to hear from you. Learn more about the Rural Ambassador program on our website.